One thing we take for granted is that there's solid Earth down underneath us. Gravity, after all, holds everything in place, and it's not moving anywhere anytime soon. But it turns out that there's a lot more to the Earth that meets the eye. If you go deep enough under the surface of our home planet, things can get pretty wild, even outright terrifying. So let's take you through some interesting discoveries that'll make you rethink everything you know so far. First, are there more continents under the surface of Earth? Seems like the plot of a Hollywood movie about some crazy archaeologist accidentally finding loads of old remains. Except that it's the reality. While you may have crammed the textbook explanation that our planet is made up of an eggshell-like crust over a thick mantle surrounding a superhot core. Also that there are just 7 continents on our planet, these continents being the well-known Eurasia, Africa, America, Australia, and of course, Antarctica. But it's time to ditch some elementary school learning. In the last decade, scientists have made some super interesting and even strange discoveries. These discoveries can add detail to that picture. At the end of the 70s, scientists made a sensational discovery by identifying 2 more continents under the Earth's crust. They were located at a depth of between 2,500 to 3,000 meters, or 8,200 to about 9,840 feet. If you were to drive that distance at 100 kilometers an hour without stopping, it'd take you close to 2 days to get there. That's absolutely crazy deep. Also, each continent's 100 times higher than Mount Everest. Imagine something as magnificent and towering present under the Earth's crust. Unbelievable, right? These findings can offer some insight into what happened on Earth billions of years ago. Also, these mountains are called blobs. That's quite a squishy and adorable name for something that seems gigantic. This name was given to them due to their soft and lumpy shape. However, over more than 30 years since their discovery, scientists have only managed to slightly raise the veil of secrecy over these underground formations. We know much more about the surface of the Sun, Moon, and Mars than about what's happening under our own feet. This is due to our limited ability to study the depth of the center of the Earth. So what are these blobs like? Are they really continents, and what role do they play for the face of our planet? Let's find out. One of these blobs is located under the Pacific Ocean, and the second under Africa, and partially under the Atlantic Ocean. They're so large that if they were on the surface of the Earth, the International Space Station would have to fly around them. They were found using the seismic tomography method, which was new at the time. Do you know their technical name? It's a large, low shear velocity province. Well, blob sounds good to us. Also, they consist of rocks like surrounding mantle, but have a higher temperature and mass. Scientists noticed that the oscillations above the blobs are much stronger, which led to the assumption that the underground continents are much less dense than the surrounding matter. What is their connection with the rest of the planet? According to some studies, the blobs are directly related to the beginning of the tectonic process, due to which the Earth's magnetic field was also formed. This also means that it contributed to the formation of life on Earth. How truly amazing! If this had never happened, our planet would have resembled Venus today, and sulfuric acid and carbon dioxide atmosphere. A new breakthrough in the study of underground anomalies was presented by Maria Tsenkamistrenko from Oxford University. She presented a 3D map of the continent under Africa. Her representation looked like a tree whose roots got to the center of the Earth, and numerous branches reaches its surface right where the locations of active volcanoes are. Scientists have so far refrained from definite conclusions, but suggest that the underground continents are the cause of volcanic activity on the planet. In particular, they contribute to the emergence of active volcanoes that form chains of islands such as Hawaii. They seem to also be responsible for several super eruptions that happened millions of years ago and almost erased all life from the face of the Earth. So the same blobs have been responsible for life and death on Earth. Quite amazing. But the future of these blobs might not paint a happy picture. We already told you that things are going to get pretty wild. In the future, scientists predict that the currently existing underground continents, aka the blobs, might unite to form one supercontinent. This unification will cause the possible death of all life on Earth due to the eruptions of the supervolcano Yellowstone caldera. And this occurs about once every 600,000 years. So if you put that in other words, there's a living, ticking time bomb present just below our feet, and it can explode any second, especially when those continents decide to become one. Not all unions are happy. Is the Earth overdue for mass extinction? We definitely don't want to think about that. Blobs aren't the only things present under the Earth's crust, and this one's not scary, we promise. We know you've studied that microorganisms exist everywhere, on land, in the air, and also on your mobile screen, but you might not have expected them to find them in the deepest layers of the Earth. So how did this discovery happen? Scientists discovered new life deep below the Earth's surface, consisting of 15 to 23 billion tons of microorganisms. Yup, bacteria, fungi, and all the types. Also, this discovery didn't happen in weeks or even in months. It took 10 years for scientists to reveal this. 10 whole years of constant hard work to find something hidden in the Earth's crust. That's how limited we are in terms of exploring our own planet. A team of 1,200 scientists from 52 countries in disciplines ranging from geology and microbiology to chemistry and physics worked on the cause. To get results, the scientists took samples from boreholes more than 5 kilometers deep and undersea drilling sites. Here's everything we know about these microorganisms now. The results suggest that 70% of Earth's bacteria and archaea exist in the subsurface, living in sulfuric springs and hydrothermal vents at the bottom of the sea. Some microorganisms have been alive for thousands of years, hardly moving except with changes in the tectonic plates, earthquakes, or core eruptions. Well, we definitely found a creature that's lazier than us. The discoveries were made possible due to drills that could penetrate far deeper below the Earth's crust, as well as improved microscopes that detect life at such minute levels. Temperature increases as one goes deeper below the surface of the Earth. The current belief is that life cannot exist at temperatures above 122 degrees Celsius. However, the researchers believe that this record will be broken if they keep exploring and developing more advanced equipment. Also, there's a mysterious molten iron river discovered under Earth's crust. A what? Deep below our planet's surface, a molten jet of iron flows just below Russia and Canada. Also, its temperature is almost as hot as the sun. This planet's really surprising us. What made the discovery possible was the combined monitoring power of the European Space Agency's trio of satellites, called Swarm, which were launched in 2013. From orbit, they can measure magnetic field variations as deep down as 3,000 kilometers below Earth's surface. Hence, the discovery. The vast jet stream, some 420 kilometers wide, has increased its speed almost 5 times since 2000. It's now circulating westward at between 40 and 45 kilometers per year, deep under Siberia, and heading towards Europe. That's 3 times faster than the average speed of liquid in the outer core. No one knows yet why the jet has gotten faster, but the team that discovered the jet thinks it's a natural phenomenon that dates back almost a billion years. It can help us understand the formation of Earth's magnetic fields that keeps us safe from solar winds. This discovery might not have been possible 2 decades ago, but thanks to the satellite monitoring system, not only was the jet discovered, but it would also be monitored. The Earth's core is still a big mystery, even though we know that most of you used to yawn through your geography lessons in elementary school. Nobody's judging here. Still, those basic definitions weren't enough to explain enormous secrets hidden under the Earth's crust. There's still a lot more to be discovered, and with the current outcomes, it seems like we're on the right trajectory. So what do we learn from this video, guys? Surely about the unbelievable structures under the Earth, but also that discoveries don't happen overnight. It takes constant effort, tremendous research, humongous amounts of experiments, and definitely a lot of patience. All of these scientists believe that there is more to the Earth than what we see, and they eventually succeeded in proving that. So for future geology students, you might be reading about these in your course books. And that's a wrap for this video. What do you think of the crazy stuff that scientists have found under the Earth's crust? Did you know any of this already? Do let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button for more videos like this. See you in the next one!